3, 2, 1, let's jam. Welcome everyone back to Wake of the Red Death. Someday we'll have the previous episodes uploaded to YouTube, and this one as well. Today is not that day. Last time on Wake of the Red Death, our heroes had a fun, not at all important encounter with a bunch of clowns who had a nice little circus carnival thing, and they had fun, they ate fried foods, nothing of real consequence happened. That's a pretty apt summary, right, everybody?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Nothing of import happened.
Yeah, no major...
Cut to the gesturing J for all in Yamcha poses. I'm like, we left you be. Shh, we're doing a bit.
They are just, we just found out, I guess there were some minor developments, like the discovery that there may be as many as 7 Philosopher's Stones in play, that both the Mars Militia and the Emperor's Men want them for their own nefarious reasons, in addition to Ozymandias wanting one, or all of them. That there are other mercenaries out looking for the Philosopher's Stone, some for Ozymandias, some for other factions. And that our heroes may, in fact, hold the key, or one of the keys, to determining what's going to happen in Mediterra as a whole. You know, the stakes might be a little higher than previously anticipated.
But overall, it was a fun session. Just a nice break.
Overall, it was just a nice, low-key, nothing big happened sort of session. And our heroes, astride the back of their docile, flesh-eating juvenile behemoth, specifically of the Odontotyrannus species, are making their way to Minervans, which, as they found in previous sessions, has been under siege by the Mars Militia for a while, and may or may not be in a good deal of trouble. And as we get to the field of Minervans...
Huh.
Oh. No, don't put your tokens down yet, as some things are about to happen. We're in a cutscene at the moment, if you will. As you crest a hill and look down the road towards Minervans, you see a good chunk of the city has been leveled and raised. Minervans has many walls separating its different sections, and one of the outer walls has been torn down, and all the buildings inside smashed to pieces until their rubble has been reconstructed to form loose cover for the army of Mars Militia soldiers there. And said army is currently facing one of the inner walls. And you see them spread out, most of them over cover, but there is one section in particular where the leadership of this particular squadron of soldiers is. Even from the hill, you can see the leader. He stands a bit taller than the rest, and his armor somehow has even more spikes. He pulls out a nondescript wooden stick, presses it to his throat, and suddenly his voice is magnified and heard all the way across the city and up to your ears in the hill above. People of Minervans, I understand you are reeling from your losses. We have succeeded in taking a good sizable portion of your city, and with it, not only many of your countrymen, but indeed many of the treasures your fair city holds. And because my heart is filled with compassion for your loss, I would like to return some of these things to you. First, while raiding your beautiful city, we noticed that you had an aviary. A beautiful collection of birds, including those most dear to your whore goddess's heart. And so we return these precious treasures, these lovely owls, to you. At which point, the catapult next to him is loaded with the slaughtered corpses of several dozen owls, and sends them flying over the city walls of Minervans onto the populace.
Jesus Christ.
Next, of course, your treacherous lying goddess is renowned for her skill with weaving, that useless bastard art. We saw your great museum to the works of weaving and tapestries, including that one most valuable and rare tapestry rumored to be the work of your simpering goddess herself. At which point, several of the militias spread this enormous tapestry of exquisite, one may say peerless craftsmanship, depicting all of the Olympian gods. At which point he nods, and another Mars militia member sets it aflame.
No!
An offering to your goddess. Finally, I'm sure what you have missed the most are your friends, your fellow citizens. Of course, we put every man and woman to the sword upon taking this part of the city. But we drew pause at the children. After all, must they pay for their parents' sins? So we put them to the test, and asked them to renounce your lying, treacherous goddess, and worship Mars instead. Unfortunately, it seems you've raised your offspring to be too loyal, at which point you see some of the soldiers loading the crossbow with small, blackened and burnt bodies.
Fuck!
And once more, several corpses are sent over the walls of Minervans. There is no mercy in war. If you wish to spare what children remain in your care, tell them to renounce your lying goddess and embrace Mars. Then and only then will they live a full life once we've breached this wall and put the rest of you to the sword. To do otherwise is to choose death. As the soldiers, the Mars militia, ready their swords and look prepared to begin an assault, another figure comes from a different avenue into the town and begins to try to make his way through the ranks.
Where?
And at first, just down here. At first, the Mars militiamen just sort of look at this guy like, who the fuck is this asshole? But eventually, one stops and is like, "Excuse us. What are you doing?" And this knight in a plain brown cape that covers the front and the back, wearing plain black armor, looks at the man and says, "I have business in the city. Move aside. We're sieging the city. I have business in there. Move aside." No. Well, that's a problem. At which point he whips out the largest sword any of you have seen, providing an ample distraction for you all.
Yeah, Alex is just gonna
join.
pat Ollie a few times. He's like, "Hey, Ollie, these guys you can eat."
So, this is gonna be a somewhat unique combat experience. Right now, you are all on top of your Odonto Tyrannus. I'm gonna go ahead and give you his stats. Where should I put it? I'll just put it in the loot box. That makes no sense to me.
Remind me real quick. Did we level up last session at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
A moment.
during this fight, it will proceed like normal. You will only ever fight 5 Mars militiamen at a time. And Ollie can fight on your turn in your behalf. So while you're on top of Ollie and while Ollie is still conscious, you can decide that for your turn in combat, Ollie will do the fighting. And you'll use one of his attacks. Alternatively, if you have a ranged or magic attack, you can do that instead. Or any other abilities you'd like to use in your turn, like healing magic or a potion or whatever, you can do that instead. Your job is to kill every one of these motherfuckers until Grind over here relents and calls a retreat.
I think you should stop at kill all these motherfuckers. Thanks.
We ready to begin?
Yes. Lydia's
So, do we all roll initiative?
Let's roll initiative.
Lydia's leveling up, but
It's fine. I can.
yeah,
It's super easy.
yeah.
You can just increase something that you already had.
Oh, what do you know, like, 24.
Go, my.
Well, you guys get to go first. They're not going to beat that.
What do you know?
And I
like
rolled good too.
That's fine.
what do you
God, I'm so angry, TT.
Good. I figured, we went a little soft on the Mars Militia and Junatonia. We gotta reestablish their villain cred.
That's fair. They were also much more lenient than. I'm guessing most sects
Basically,
were
we
fine.
met Joshua Graham. This is Vulpus and Colta.
Yeah, that's
That's what
very
I
much
said.
it.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
I have an important. Okay, I need to check something real quick.
Have
But,
an important announcement.
Yeah.
Gang. Well, what is Ollie's might die?
It's there in the stats.
Pretty sure it's a 12 or a 10. One of the two.
It's a
Yeah,
12.
12. Oh, I don't know if I can increase that one.
Nope, 12 is max.
Damn. Can I go first to make Ollie even stronger?
I mean, that was 3d6 instead of a d12.
No, it says that 12 is the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't turn it into a d20, unfortunately.
You still boost one of his other stats in case somebody like that is a issue.
Yeah, what do I want to see really use?
Oh,
Might
I forgot
mostly.
to say, you guys are also safe from harm while you're on top of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are alright with it, I'd like to take the first turn to cast Awaken on Ollie.
Ooh, what's that do?
It increases one of his stat dice up a level.
Oh, shit. Which one?
I'm gonna do
Which are you
Dex
choosing?
because it seems like Might and Dex is all he uses.
Pretty much. He's a big brute.
Yeah, so his Dex is now a D8.
Nice.
Which I think buffs his defense.
It might,
Yeah, defense increases to.
and it lasts for one scene.
Shit.
Yeah, so they put their hand on the back of Ollie's head, and say, "Feast, Ollie! Free the city!"
Ollie approves this message.
Make
them-
way!
Okay. Well, that's
I'm having a bit of trouble doing this. It won't let me raise the level.
Well,
You just-
that's because you just have to level up a skill for the level. You can't manually raise level. It charts like your total of what skills you've put in
You see,
and what
the,
level the skills are.
yeah, the level beside the skill. You boost that, it increases your overall level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's calculated for you.
yeah, that fucked
that
with me
hits.
too.
Yeah, I tried doing that, but it. Yeah.
what did you choose? Did you level up something you already had, or did you get a new one?
I got a new one.
Okay, so did you add that new skill?
I tried to. It vanished.
Oh,
It just unadded itself.
that's weird.
We'll get that sorted.
I can go next if you guys like.
Well, first of all, the Mars militia has to go.
Oh, right, forgot.
Which I've been
Sorry.
waiting till we're done talking to resolve that. So one soldier. We'll just set up our 5 who are attacking you right now.
Actually, that did it.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
got
wait over here. So one soldier slashes at Ollie with a sword for 22 damage. You notice that while the fire damage of the sword has a nice big spectacular burst, Ollie doesn't actually get burned as much as you think he should.
Earth element.
Because if you look at those stats, Ollie's got fire resistance.
Okay, so how much
cuts down
damage
to
did he
half.
take?
Now it's one of your guys' turn.
How much damage did he take altogether?
22.
22, but you said he resisted.
He resisted the fire damage.
Okay, so that's 22.
If he didn't resist the fire, because like the swords of the Mars Militia do both physical damage and fire damage, little D&D style there. The fire damage is a set 5 fire damage, no matter what the roll is. But because Ollie is resistant, we have that, and because because Fabula Ultima always rounds down, that makes it 2 fire damage rather than 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep track of Ollie's health.
Oh, I have a
Alex,
calculator.
Alex, what are you doing over there? Alex, they're gonna kill you.
I'll just use that to keep track of his health.
So, would it be okay if I go next?
Go.
So, I have a question. If I cast a spell that had a very wide area, could I affect people not in the immediate battle?
I'm gonna say no.
Alright, that's all I need to know. Thank you. In that case, I'm gonna have Ollie, Gore's going to encourage Ollie. He's going to lean down and whisper into his ear. I'm not gonna do a voice because, as you can tell, my voice is fucked.
Fair.
But, so Gore's basically gonna whisper, you see all these men in red armor? They're like the taxmen. They want to do what they did to you, to other people.
Fuck yeah. What does that do stat-wise?
Nothing. This is just me ordering him to attack.
Oh, okay.
It's just me being flavorful.
Okay. I like that.
This is Gore being an extremely petty bitch. Let's see here. Let's okay. I'm gonna try and do his Earth's Maw. Double might, so it's 2d12s, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
2d12s plus 4. I'm gonna have to use this thing. 2d12s plus 4. I'm sorry, Ollie. You're getting cheesed by my horrible rolls.
That's still 13.
Well, but that's a magic attack. So what's their magic defense? That's enough to hit their magic defense.
Okay. Ground opens and swallows one character until next round. So, I'm gonna go with one of the guys who hasn't gone yet, because that'll
Alright.
Clever.
essentially means Ollie takes one less round of damage.
Yeah.
And it dealt HR, whatever the fuck that is, plus
High roll.
Alright.
high roll plus 10 physical damage. Wait, no, I'm reading Tail Swipe, my bad. It doesn't do any damage, it's a
Trap
stun.
guy.
So
Okay,
basically, it's just Ollie taking a step and a guy falling into a sinkhole.
basically.
Yes, essentially. It's Ollie pounding the ground and a sinkhole opens up beneath an enemy.
Alright,
Hell yeah.
that's my turn. Just yoink to get it, dude.
Yeah.
Also, question before
yeah.
the second. For Leica's counterattack, if Leica's on the back, did you use her counterattack?
I think you have to be attacked specifically.
I can use it on anyone.
If you've got a ranged attack,
that makes sense.
I will say you're allowed to do it with a ranged weapon if someone attacks Ollie.
All right.
We're like
That
50
makes sense. I guess, like, mechanically we would be flying. We're high up enough that we can't be reached.
We're like 50 feet in the air.
yeah.
You're on a creature the size of a small hill with near impervious skin.
It's going to be the first. This might be the first time I ever actually get to use my healing magic in combat.
Yeah, and you're going to be the pocket healer for the tank, the literal tank.
Yeah.
I've made him stronger. Now I will keep him alive. Your turn, DJ.
Yeah.
That it is. I'm just gonna get this memorized. No, it's my turn.
Yeah, go on.
It's my turn. My turn right now. It's my turn.
Yes, that's what we said.
It's my turn now. Oh Jesus! Why do you guys
That's
keep
what we
rolling?
said.
Well? It's my turn.
Jesus.
Okay. Well, that hits.
What is his defense?
Ollie's defense is 12. Because he's young, his skin isn't as hard as it could be.
Did it go up because I increased his dex?
Yeah,
It
it's-
did.
Okay, so the 12 is the increase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a wall. He's
Um,
not hard to hit.
So 17 plus 2, 19 damage for Ollie.
Oh. Minus 19.
Now it's your guys's.
Like his eat him. So that would be for Ollie, where's loot box.
Bite.
So bite is
Dex plus might.
all right. So that's a D8 plus.
D12.
That's a 12.
12 plus 4. So that's 16. And that's enough.
Yeah! I roll plus 10.
So we take
16,
damage?
I think.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Because it's high roll plus 10 on 3 targets.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
the
3
high roll was
targets.
a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So he hit 3 people.
Are we doing Leica's roll or your roll?
Like this.
Yeah.
And we're doing bite?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did, tail swipe, my bad.
So that's 11 damage.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. One of them's gonna attack. Well, that's better. They still hit because the Mars Militia are actually pretty tough. That is a total of 21. So 5 plus 10 is 15. Plus 2, so 17 damage. Ollie's taking a lot of hits, but he's not at crisis yet.
No.
This guy's hurt.
I think it's
I mean, you saw how they fought in Judotonia.
yeah, it's Alex and Cassidy who still have a turn.
Okay. I guess I'll go. I'm gonna try out this new spell I just got.
New spell. New spell.
Okay, I guess I need to pick 3 people to target.
There's 4 people in front of us. Technically 5, but one of them's underground.
Okay, I guess I'll just target these 3 directly in the cone in front of Ollie's mouth.
Nice.
As Cassidy is going to slash at the air, causing a ripple in it as the air is displaced. Then it slams together into a cone of cold.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, fuck yeah. That hits.
And that is 3 targets.
Jeez.
Yep. You do some nice good damage. Is that everybody? Has everyone had a turn?
Alex needs
Alex
to go.
doesn't.
I'll
Go.
just go. That means I got one more Mars Militia man who is active.
Yes.
Because the other one's in the dirt. That hits. I'm gonna remember this eventually. Okay, so 16 plus 2, that's 18 damage for Ollie.
Oh. Taking some hits.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of concerned that one round reduced him to near half.
Hey, I'll be able to heal him a good chunk at the start of next round, and you guys do have healing potions.
True.
I'm good at healing, it just doesn't really come up in combat. Alex.
Alright.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Alrighty. So he has a total of what's his total MP?
Ollie's?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That we'll give him 80.
Okay, 80 MP.
He's used a spell.
Yeah, he used,
Earth Maw.
Yeah, Earth Maw.
yeah, so that was...
But Earth Maw doesn't have a
Oh,
cost.
it doesn't? Oh, shit. Sorry.
Yeah. But he can only do
Yeah,
it
he's
once
had a
per
cost.
round. Like, he can only have one person trapped in the Earth Maw per turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Ollie's a monster. He doesn't quite work on the same rules you guys do.
Okay.
What do you do?
So 5 plus 4
9.
plus that is a
4.
plus 4 to hit.
Are you doing Avalanche?
Yes. So that's 8, 9, 10, 13 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. That means they would all take
Also,
5 plus 15 total earth damage.
Nice. And that includes the fucker in the maw.
Ha! Good.
Okay. While you guys are fighting this squadron, over by the mysterious stranger fighting a whole bunch of Mars militia guys at once, as he parries various blows, he manages to cut down one of the fuckers.
Hey,
I see he has
so
counter
you're
attack.
back at the top of the round?
Back at the top of the round.
Cool, I'm healing Ollie. Is that, you guys good with that?
go
Yeah.
ahead.
Alright, that'll be... Oh god, I have... 40... 20 or higher, just 40 or higher, okay, that'll be 40 plus... Where's my equipment? Because I have a item that's increasing my healing, okay. He gets 45 HP back.
Nice.
How much does that cost? Your turn, DT.
Hey, give me a second. I was updating my sheet so I can keep track of Ollie as well. Okay. Also been playing with my little action figures here.
Yeah.
Okay. Is one of them gonna do their little special move? Okay. One of them is going to cast Bleed for Mars. Lowering his defense to 10 and his magic defense to 5 for 3 rounds, but raising his might die 1 size and adding 10 fire damage to all successful attacks he makes.
Ooh, we need to focus on that guy.
Yeah.
And I'll say it's this guy right here. Fuck him.
Be real shame if someone put him in a hole.
That's how you put out fires. Dirt.
It's one of your guys' turns now.
Gore.
I mean, we're not really in an order. Does anyone else want to go? Or I can go?
You know,
I
you're
was just
controlling
gonna do
Ollie,
a-
so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just gonna do a tail swipe. If you want me to do it.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Go
I'm
for
not-
it.
Not really in rigid terms. It's a...
Alright, tail swipe is a 9 plus 5 plus...
It's 18, I think.
Yeah, that's an 18 to the 3 fuckers in front of him. So, this guy, and this guy.
Fuck yeah. Alright, what was the attack was 15, you said?
The high roll was 9. Alright, so the attack was 15.
That hits.
High roll, so 9 plus 10 is 19, so 19 damage to the top 3.
Damn, the top 3 are, I mean, they're all looking a little worse for wear, but the top 3 are particularly ragged looking. Not quite in crisis yet, though. Well, actually, no, yeah, they would be in crisis.
They're tougher than they seem.
These guys are fucking tough. They're elites, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with the territory when you suck off the God of War.
Funny thing is, they're not even
When you have a
doing
culture dedicated to making soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even doing that.
Alright.
They're sucking off the guy who says he's sucking off the God of War.
That hits.
Yeah, that's Cult's all right.
Okay, so high roll there was... That's 21 damage to Ollie.
Alright.
Who's next?
I can go next.
Yeah, whoever.
Yeah, it's whoever.
So Cassidy, Alex, or Gore.
Gore.
Yeah. Let me think here. I'm a-thinking... There's no reason not to do another tail swipe, I'm gonna be honest. So,
Yeah.
8, 12... God damn, Ollie, I am sorry.
Are any of them suffering from shaken and/or right now?
Yeah, I don't think.
That is a 13
What?
to hit.
13.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's the
so.
top guy.
It's the
Top
top
guy.
guy. The other
No.
two, no.
Honestly, he's kind of important.
Has anyone gotten hit by Shaken or...
I don't think so. I don't remember you guys saying they were given those statuses,
Yeah.
so...
Oh, no, Lydia.
Okay.
Ollie doesn't inflict any of those, so... top guy gets 15 damage, it looks like.
He fucking shaky.
Ah, damn. Well, he's kind of the important one to take out at the moment, so I gotta consider that a success, roughly. So, turnover.
Ugh.
Okay, so that's, that's 22 damage.
Cassidy.
22. Cassidy or Alex?
Alex.
Sure thing. Oh yeah, you buffed up his dex die, right?
Yeah. It's a D8 now.
Okay, so
Until
he's
this scene is finished.
he's more likely to hit with the tail swipe. All right then. That's a D8 and a D12. Oh my goodness,
Ugh.
I am not rolling well.
Still might hit the top guy, though.
10, yeah.
What's the attack?
Tail.
Tail swipe.
8,
Yeah.
10.
10
It's a
on
10.
that guy.
Yep, that hits him.
Fuck that guy.
And the damage is...
That would be
14.
Shit.
8. Yeah.
Have to move Ollie a second.
Is he dead?
Good. 'Cause, didn't want that guy to go.
Alright. This guy pops out of the hole. Doesn't attack. Jesus Christ. That's another 20, another 22 damage.
Wait, I didn't go after that. After
Yeah,
Alex.
it's your turn now.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll be back at the top of the turn order.
Okay. Turn
So
order
it's your turn now.
confused. Okay, dude who just popped out of the hole, Cassidy is going to attempt to drain vigor.
That is just shy of hitting. Do you want to reroll one of those dice or invoke a
Yeah,
trait
that
to add a
D10 probably
bonus?
could use a reroll.
Sure.
On that note,
Spend a
can we,
Fabula point.
So y'all get an experience from that.
okay, quick aside, can we burn Fabula points to reroll Ollie's dice?
Okay, do I...
You can reroll a what's your
D10.
die, Lydia?
You rolled a max on the one die and you rolled shit on the other, so re-roll the D10.
There you go.
It's okay. Would that be the high? Would that 8 now be the high roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would actually be 8 plus 15. Yeah, that's a nasty hit on that guy.
Gets out of the hole and just his life starts draining out of him.
Yeah.
Can the drain vigor go to Ollie?
Allow it. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much did you get, Lydia?
The recover amount of hit points equal to half the hit point loss they suffered.
Okay, so
So 8
how
plus
much was
15.
that?
So,
15 plus
So 23, so 11?
Yep.
11.
Alright. That's the end of the round, I believe.
Back up the turn order.
The Black Swordsman,
Ha.
kills, another Mars Militia member.
Oh my
and,
God.
It's your guys' turn.
I expect in true Berserk fashion, he's cleaving people in half.
May I do the healing again, gang?
Go ahead. Heal our tank.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Heal our tank.
Healing another 45 HP.
Heal our tank.
He's still going down, but the less enemies there are, the easier it'll be to bring him back up to max.
Yeah.
And like, I could heal all day, especially thanks to oh god, the trick. Oh god, what's the clown? Bianca.
Bianca.
Yeah, especially thanks to the trick Bianca taught me.
Alright. How much are you healing him for?
45.
45?
Yep. He's at 156 now.
Alright. Okay. Let's see if we can lower that. God damn it.
TT, shut up!
Alright. So that's 18 plus 2, so that's a good solid 20 damage.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's like you're fighting a bunch of warriors.
Oh. It's our turn now.
That's now.
Weirdly specific question.
Yeah?
Have I witnessed anyone I can see lose hit points while in crisis?
Any bad guys or any allies?
Yes.
It doesn't
you
matter
see a guy
which.
die.
It does not matter which.
All of the Mars militiamen at this point are in crisis, and they've all lost hit points while in it.
Okay, so I have a few grave points I can play with.
Ollie, despite the amount of hits he has taken, has not reached crisis yet, in part because we've been healing him.
I'm doing my job. I can heal and blast off a big spell. That's what I got.
So basically, Ollie is every time one goes down, Ollie just snacks them up.
Yeah, does he eat them when he kills them?
Yes.
Good. He's a growing boy. Fuck these guys. What are you doing, Lydia? Or are you saving them? Lydia?
Lydia? Hello?
Okay, I think. Oh wait, there she is. Lydia, what do? You got to do something with those points, or are you building them?
I am building them.
Okay. Oh,
Like, if no one has anything to protest, like will use a tail swipe.
yeah, go for it.
Reason not to.
For those of you watching at home, I'd
That's
like
a
to note.
14.
Nice.
Well,
Can you re-roll? Can you re-roll that D8 or add to it? You are off by 1.
I will
Oh.
spend a fabula point then.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was
That's
going
what
to
they're
ask.
for.
If we can burn points for Ollie.
There we go. All right, that hits. High roll is 7. Plus 4, so 7 plus 10. So yeah.
17
Okay, I
damage
think-
to all 3 of them.
Yeah. Which 3?
Top 3.
Okay. Ah, whoops.
Oh no!
He's fine.
Hey, they're dead. It's just one guy now. Well, Lydia,
I
that's
imagine
more.
it's the fucking Smash Brothers thing where that you do a swing, but it's all 3 and they all go into the sky. Yeah.
So, either that or they're just like fucking smeared into a paste on the ground.
Or he knocks him in the air with his tail, and then he opens his mouth.
One of the bits of description of the behemoth in the Bible is that it has a tail like a specific type of kind of flexible tree. And the image that puts in my mind is a creature. I mean, like the phrasing is ambiguous. It may just be that the tail sways, which people who want to say it's an elephant rather than a monster argue is for how the elephant's tail wiggles, which I'm just like, that doesn't. Why the fuck would you compare that to a tree if it's a tiny elephant's tail? What the fuck's wrong with you? But or maybe the trunk of the elephant. I don't know. But the way I view it, like the image that gets in my head when I read that passage, is a creature with a tail the size of a tree. That when it swings it out, that's what it's like getting hit by.
The world's
So-
biggest baseball bat.
So the behemoth does have the ability to make a person into a bloody smear with a tail whip.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
As I was coloring it, I actually was wondering what the tail normally does when not in combat, and I just imagined it's like a little feather duster.
Mm-hmm.
Like a behemoth will leave a trail of destruction behind it, but its tail just sweep, sweep, sweep. You can tell a behemoth's happy if its tail wags.
Kind of terrifying if that also covers its tracks, so you don't know one's in the
Oh,
area.
exactly.
God.
That's what I figured the purpose was.
You know what? Yeah, that's canon.
They have earth magic too, so it makes sense that they could, erase their own tracks.
Yeah, which allows them to be better hunters. Yeah. Okay, so there's one Mars Militia member left. He's good. Oh, and he rolled like shit. Okay, well, that's it for him. So the rest of you take your turns.
I'd like to go next, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna do trample, which is double might.
D12.
Yep.
Whoa. 22.
Did that accidentally roll 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. So yeah, 22. Yeah, he hits him, and the damage is. Get off my screen. Trample. Yeah, 20 damage. Jesus.
They successfully kill that Mars militiaman. The Black Swordsman kills another one as well.
I can't do that.
I can keep
And
Ollie
now-
going, but
You
Not
have a new
forever.
set of 5 to fight. We're gonna keep the same initiative order because I don't see the point in re-rolling that. You got new wave.
Back up the turn order.
Back of the turn order.
To respond to Janice, it's like, don't worry. It's like, I have trust in you.
oh, okay.
I'm not saying that just for shits and giggles. I do have an ability that lets you recover MP.
Good. I've got like 40, but like it's going down.
Heal
Can I go as
again.
first again? Gang.
Heal the behemoth.
Can I go first and heal Ollie some more?
If you like.
Yeah.
We're smart.
Yeah. Plus 45 more. So that'll be plus 55. He is at 181.
Okay, good. I'm doing the math too, so. Yeah, that's solid.
Actually, does Cataclysm work with healing magic? Hold on.
I think it's a damaging spell.
It probably is, but I want to make sure because that could actually like change this entirely.
I mean, he is pretty healthy at the moment.
Yeah. Go in the next turn. I just need to. I'm gonna look that up. Sorry,
Alright.
your turn, TK.
So far, Janice has been healing Ollie like 2 turns worth of damage each.
Jesus Christ.
Oh fuck.
Alright, that's 22 damage.
These fuckers are consistent.
How much?
Roll 20 is loving TT tonight.
It's loving the Mars militia. It's like, you guys deserve to be an actual threat.
How much damage was that, TT?
22.
Ugh. All right. Our turn again.
All right, Lycus. All right. All right, hold on. Where's the box? I'm a little overwhelmed a bit. All right, Tail Swiper.
I want to send shitters down to eat people, but I need to keep Ollie alive.
Mm-hmm.
My poor Merecleon. They're so hungry.
All right, I'm going to use Avalanche.
Yeah. This is against their magic defense, which is
That was good.
not as good as their normal defense.
Jesus.
Well, that's only half of it. Yeah, you hit.
All right, so high roll plus.
So 16 damage to all of them.
All right.
We've used that once before, right?
Yeah, so they think he's down to 40 MP.
Yep. Okay. One of the remaining ones uses Blood for Mars, or Bleed for Mars, lowering their defense to 10 and their magic defense to 5 for 3 rounds, raising their might die 1 size, and adding 10 fire damage to successful attacks for the next 3 rounds.
Which guy is it?
Top guy again.
I'm gonna say it's this guy.
You.
All right, Ollie's turn again.
And then Sally, you got this.
It's...
We're effectively piloting a meat-eating mecha.
Basically.
Everybody has their own, like, little
Uh,
role.
A flesh and blood tank.
I guess, could I go next, or?
Go ahead.
Alright, cool. Question. Is it worth it to sink that fucker into the dirt, or just attack?
Probably better
Well-
to try and, like, get rid of him.
Rip and
Uh,
tear.
Let me clarify, actually. You said, if I'm understanding correctly, the Mars Militia becomes easier to hit, but they hit harder, right?
Yeah.
With that ability?
Actually,
Yes.
If you
they-
bury them, that means they've sacrificed their defense for nothing.
And they can still take damage while in the Earth's Maw.
No,
Yeah.
True.
It's essentially
Yeah, so-
a
Fair
stun.
point. Yeah.
Or it may be better to hit somebody else with it, since we can reliably hit
Also,
that
he
guy.
won't be able to go again until back up the turn order.
Fair. I'm just gonna do
So
it.
if we're
just-
gonna Earthfall, the person who goes before him can use it.
Yeah, let's Earth Small somebody who hasn't had a turn yet. I'm gonna do that. So
It's this guy.
yeah, it's double D12. Okay.
Woo!
Yeah, that hits.
Well, poor Mr. Fucker who hasn't gone yet. He's in the dirt now.
Alright.
I'm
You're in
gonna-
the dirt.
That'd be turn. That's gonna save all your little damage.
This guy uses Bleed for Mars.
Oh.
Tail swipe would be a good idea since two of them have shitty defense.
Yeah.
Or double tap Avalanche.
True.
Oh yeah. Well, we have 2 turns. That's Alex and Cassidy.
Sadly, I only have 13 MP left.
Yeah, but you can use your turn to have Ollie do something.
It doesn't
Oh,
consume
I
yours.
can.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah, we can use our stuff if we want to, but we can just use our turn to have Ollie attack.
His stats are in the loot box.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm already full up on grave points, yeah, just... Okay, where's all these stats?
Loot box.
In the loot box.
I don't know what that means.
In
It's
the
a-
Discord- in the
board.
Discord.
In Camping,
Oh.
Wake of the Red Death, one of the boards is the loot box.
Okay.
Where I post all the gear that you guys can buy. Or find.
I'm gonna have him trample the next dude who casts that. The second dude who casts the defense thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that asshole.
yeah. Roll trample
2d12s.
2d12, yeah.
Alright, that hits.
That is lower the defense, yeah.
And that's 16 damage. Very nice. This guy's gonna use Bleed for Mars.
God damn!
Call this a target-rich environment.
Yeah, but next turn they're gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah, they are.
Alex,
Mm-hmm.
it's your turn. You're the last
Yep.
one.
Just deciding,
Tails.
gonna use tail swipe, methinks. So that would be a
D12 and
12
D8.
and a D8 plus
4.
4. 9. Okay. Plus 2. Plus 4. That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's a total of 19 physical damage to those 3.
They're in crisis.
Okay.
How's Ollie's health looking like right now?
Ollie's health is
159.
I think it might be worth to just double up the damage to get rid of these guys as quickly as possible before they
Yeah, I
get a
think-
hit.
I'm gonna not take my turn first, so if we need to heal,
Alright.
you know, that's in my
Michael,
pocket.
then
so-
Leica will use a tail swipe, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Should I use a tail swipe or avalanche?
Which does more damage?
Avalanche.
They do. s-
Avalanche then.
Because
Yeah,
Tail Swipe
Avalanche.
hits 3, Avalanche hits everybody.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. And if these militia guys start hitting us real bad, I can.
That hits all of them.
Woo!
Even the ones who didn't lower their magic defense.
Alright, so high roll plus
8 plus 10.
so 15 to everyone.
Fuck yeah.
Is anyone dead?
Not yet, but they
Oh.
are, they're all pretty raw.
Alright, so next turn, like another tail swipe or avalanche on the 3.
Yeah, I should take out some of them, hopefully. But, it's their
Prioritizing this
turn.
bozo first.
Yeah. Got some dirt. Alright, so, Black Knight kills one more Mars Militia member.
Is he taking hits?
If he is, they're not doing a lot of damage.
He's got cutscene privileges right now.
Yeah, he's got cutscene privileges at the moment.
Fair.
Also mechanically, his job is that the longer this combat goes, he ensures that there are less enemies to make it to keep it from dragging out too long. So if it's taking you guys a while to fight these guys, there'll be less reinforcement.
I mean, as you can see, he's literally like fighting off half the army.
He is a hate
Who
sink.
is this man?
I'm just imagining Grind is over there staring at this man, ignoring the giant monster. It's like, no, they'll handle that. But what the fuck is that dude doing?
It's like,
What
"We're
is
I mean-
today?
Like,
Going so well, it was catapulting owls?
He's fighting the Mars Militia, so as of right now, he's good in my book.
a giant Ordano Tyrantus. Yeah, I understand that killing some of my men. That dude over there is just chopping them to pieces.
Is it Mars on
your
our
turn,
side? What
DK.
the hell? Who said? Who is who's at
Who's
him?
this asshole?
TT.
Nemesis?
The giant black beast and then a strange mercenary knight appearing and causing mischief is definitely not the work of Mars. That's more a trickster god's bullshit like Hecate or Hermes.
It's your turn, TT.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry, I was in the moment. Well, wait a minute. Isn't one guy's in the ground?
Yep.
Did we start a new round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay. All right.
We started a new round, and then
That's what
Oh,
we're
that
debating.
one.
we went.
Oh, that one hits. Okay,
Oh, yeah, so top guy. So top guy goes.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Top guy isn't gonna. We're ignore this roll. You know what top guy's gonna do?
What?
Flee for Mars.
God damn it.
I will burn bathroom.
Adapting
so,
to our strategy.
Alright. Someone else do fucking avalanche.
So eat 5 of their kinsmen, and we're like, all right, let's get this shit going.
It's like, oh shit, they're trying to lock down whoever gets buffed. Let's all buff.
It's not a terrible idea, but also fuck them.
Oh god,
Yeah,
wait a minute. Hold on. We named him Immense Ali, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, our comrade got, it's like, our comrade got buffed. You idiot! We all have buffs.
I'm not going because I want to have my healing if we need it this round.
All right, so
Oh,
Alex or Gore.
I guess
Yeah,
I'll,
Alex Lord.
I'll eat an avalanche at people. I can do that.
Yeah. Avalanche.
12 and what's the
D8.
D8, right?
Avalanche cuddles.
I'm gonna fucking re-roll that.
That hits because all their magic defense except for Whole Guy
Oh.
is low.
Yeah, fuck whole guy.
But also, I'm pretty sure if it hits Whole Guy, because 8 plus whatever Avalanche's bonuses would be past the magic defense threshold of the average Mars militiaman.
Okay, it'd be 12, I think. Yeah, 12.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so damage is 16.
I think if
Yeah.
my math's right.
Yeah, 16 high roll plus 10. It's 16 earth damage to all people.
I think you killed this wave.
Yeah.
Alright.
Building just falls on everyone.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
New round.
God.
New wave.
Something.
Oh, some sword guys people are rocking up at us.
Would be 50.
Hello at home. I don't know if I ever actually managed to get this sentence out, but the song playing for this fight is called Pure Hearted Beasts from Persona 4 Arena.
Look pretty funky.
I thought it was a good tune
Damn.
for the fight where you're on top of a giant behemoth.
I do not have enough MP for that, damn.
Well, a
You-
good thing I can give you
Can't-
MP.
Can't
I
you
was
guys
going-
generate ethers with your inventory points?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
That's right, yeah.
You guys don't forget your inventory points. That shit's useful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
If you're still debating what to do, I will spend an inventory point to give Ollie MP.
okay. Because, like, if I don't have to heal, that means I can sling magic, but...
I think it's best just to heal Ollie.
Alright, one of them attacks, hits, does 21 damage.
Ready? What did you do, though, Alex?
I spent an inventory point to give him mana.
So
Okay,
he
how
has
much?
two more 50 MP, so he has 2 more uses of Avalanche.
Okay. I'm gonna use my turn to heal him then. Alright.
I wonder how I deliver it to him. Do I just slide down his
Open
neck
your
and
mouth.
toss the potion in?
I like to think that they work like splash bombs. That if you just like smack it against him, he'll absorb the healing juices.
Yeah,
Is
his
that alright
neck
if
is
I-
tough.
You ready if I take a turn to heal him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Alrighty, I'm down to 35 MP, and he has 883 HP.
100 and what?
83.
Nice.
Alright, now it's their turn again.
Fails to hit?
Yes! Finally!
I think so, yes. Fails to hit. Alright.
Oh,
Alright, you guys, lay into him!
like his turn?
Mm-hmm. If you want.
No reason not to.
God, fun, man.
Rerolling the.
That was a D6, okay, now it's
Doesn't
supposed to
11,
be D8.
11 hit their magic defense?
Okay, it's supposed
Yes.
to be D8.
Okay.
Oh.
Because of Awaken.
Yeah, we buffed him a bit.
The first roll hit anyway.
Yeah.
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 Their magic defense is good for the average enemy, but not like super great.
It's not their specialty.
So they take 16, everyone takes 16 damage.
Fuck yeah!
You're doing great, Ollie!
He's in his lane. He's moisturized. He's enriched.
He's getting some good did in. All right, that one hits.
Yeah, he's eating some beefy men in some enchanted armor.
It's 20 damage.
Fucker. Alright, 163. Gore or Cassidy?
We can do it every turn. I just see no reason not to put someone in the dirt. I'm sorry, it's just too good.
I mean, it's fine.
I mean,
I think 3 of them have gone at this point, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, these 2 haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I'll put one of them in the dirt.
General, is that you?
Yeah, to the dirt they go.
Oh, I get it.
I'm
To the dirt.
pretty sure the 12 hits on its own.
That does. Because
Yeah.
it's against their magic defense.
Right. In the dirt, that one fucker goes then. It's just never not a good option if you have it. I'm sorry.
That one barely hits. So 18 damage.
18. Cassidy.
It feels like their morale is wavering somewhat with their lowering rolls.
Yeah, no way. But Dice Roller realizes it's going bad for him.
Lydia? Is she not back in the bathroom?
By the way,
Meanwhile-
DZ, excellent job coloring Ollie's sprite.
Thank you.
It looks
Looks so-
fantastic.
He looks adorable in his weird, monstrous way.
Yeah. As he should.
So,
Trying to use black on black is definitely a challenge, but
Yeah.
You really got to end up using different shades of very dark gray.
Yep.
definitely. Because I mean, that first pass you couldn't tell.
no, not really.
Oh, it was even darker than this. It was you couldn't tell what like the shape of his beard. It's hard to tell, but I actually made the white of his eye a little pink.
Oh,
I can tell.
yeah, I can kind of see it.
It gives because it gives it almost kind of a little glow-like feel to it.
I did add a glow as well on top of it.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Yeah.
Ever since I learned the glow trick, I've been kind of abusing it. It's like magical
fun, though.
creatures should glow. Oh, absolutely, it's fun. It's magic, it glows.
Indeed.
I colored his tongue real dark because I thought about it. And I remembered those chickens where almost everything about them is black or a shade of it,
Yeah.
even their meat.
They're called black.
So I tried to
bone
make his
chickens.
tongue like a really dark red.
Those are black bone chickens.
Yeah, and I was really tempted to add some splatters of like red blood onto his teeth.
So I would see. My thought process was because animals who reveal their tongue to the, very often, those tongues are extreme dark tinge in color. To the point you get giraffes who are extremely dark purple for their tongues
Oh yeah.
because it reflects sunlight, and that's a lot of very sensitive flesh.
That actually makes a lot of sense for an Odonto because I mean I'm sure they use their tongue a lot for snacking up meals.
Mm-hmm.
Milem.
For things not worth chewing.
Yoshi noises.
Lydia, you bad.
He's like a big mammal. And in case you are here, Lydia, we cannot hear you. You think the color of an Odonto changes as it gets older?
Probably.
If anything, it gets darker.
Because so here I was thinking it might get like a little paler as it gets more scratches, kind of like a stone being weathered.
See it like getting some I could see it scarring a lighter shade of gray.
Yeah.
Which would ultimately give it sort of a marble complexion if you got one that was really old.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was
battle
thinking. Because, I mean, they are such earth elemental creatures, and they blend in as big rocks.
So, question:
Yeah.
Did improving its horn improve his stats at all? If we didn't,
A little bit, yeah. I didn't consciously make that choice, but I did boost his stats up for this battle.
Oh,
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Because when I initially made him, I was like, okay, let's soften this behemoth a bit in case they have to fight it, because I didn't want to make it a completely hopeless fight if you chose to try and kill it. But when I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw them against an army, it's like, let's give him some more behemoth tier stats.
Okay, them actually getting darker with age makes sense because, that makes the horn a nice touch because I thought it's new skin and that's not always the same color as the old skin.
especially new horn. His horn
Yeah.
goes absurdly slow.
Yeah, so I thought kind of signifying that while there's no like, I didn't imagine there's like a seam to show the damage. The coloration you can tell.
Mhm.
You can probably also like notice like a difference in the aging of the keratin sheath around the older horn and then versus the newer horn.
Yeah.
oh, he is a special boy.
Or rather, alicorn sheath, since it's a behemoth.
Lydia?
Are behemoths and unicorns related?
Yes.
Okay.
They are part of the same strange branch. Because I was noticing while studying like the elephants and rhinos and hippos, the group formerly known as ungulates, before we realized that they were all, or not ungulates, pachyderms.
Yeah, something like
the
that.
unified group. That before we realized they were too genetically distinct to be lumped in that way. A lot of them do have like smaller, furry little relatives. So I thought it would be interesting if unicorns and behemoths were unexpectedly related.
That scans. Behemoths are like the strength build compared to the dexterity magic.
There's even a couple of rare unicorn species that show elements of behemoth in
chunky.
how they're built. While we're waiting for players to get back, I can actually dig those up and put them in the art.
Yeah, we call those draft
for our
horses.
fun.
Yeah, I've seen some real chunky like draft horses.
See.
Young maiden, I have chosen you, says the beefcake.
and it makes sense that rhinos and horses are related.
Yeah, so I was gonna post all the unicorns at once so we can see sort of the spectrum
Where
here.
did Lydia go? Did she go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Something like that. Might have fallen in. That happens in our house. Or
Yeah.
got waylaid with a conversation. That also happens.
That's why you don't let that Professor Pevensey do your architecture. Time I try to take a piss, I fall into Narnia.
Oh god, yeah. Now I'm. Yeah, hear him hurgling. I imagine that's how one would describe the call of a fucking behemoth.
Mm-hmm.
Hurgle. Dwarf unicorn, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would make a lot of sense, actually?
What?
Unicorns using their horns to, like, scratch mark trees in their territory.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because don't, like, some species of deer do that?
Yep.
Yeah. I know bears do it, but that's a bear.
Well, bears, tigers, and lions all scratch mark territory as well.
Sacred Grove, you have a big ass, like, X mark, do not approach. Rumph.
Since I don't need to go until next turn, I'm gonna BRB and go put up the chickens.
Intermission!
Then for my sanity, I'm gonna pause the music.
Yeah. Impromptu intermission.
We all feel sufficiently challenged by this one so far.
Yeah. Even though Ollie is like a fucking beast, literally and metaphorically, the Mars Militia are still giving it as good as they take it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I imagine just a few rounds without healing, they would have taken down
Yeah.
Ollie.
Pretty sure if we hadn't been healing Ollie, Ollie would have fallen by this point.
Yeah,
Which-
because Janice basically undoes 2 turns worth of hits every time she heals.
Yeah, which speaks to the strength of the Mars Militia, but also how soft and fragile Ollie is by the standards of his
Also,
species.
it took us a few turns to like figure out what's the most optimal.
Yeah, and that's still like open for question of like video game logic of okay, do you want to evenly spread the damage so you for efficiency's sake, or try to nuke one person at a time, because even if someone's at 1 hit point, they're still going to hit you just as hard.
Yeah.
So it is a puzzle game of how to minimize damage while maximizing our own. And given the Final Fantasy DNA of this game, this is absolutely one of those like mini games with completely different controls.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them has to have one of those. I believe that was the shutter of Lydia door.
I'm back. Sorry, I had to go be sick.
Alright, we just need Nora to get back, and we'll be... And Raven to get back from chickens, and I think we'll be good.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
It's okay. No one ever plans to be sick.
The general's hiding himself behind men. Wow, how un-Mars-like.
It's, So one of my favorite things in Star Trek is the Klingons. And I do like that, like, the more they explore Klingons, the more you realize there are different interpretations of Klingon culture, depending on the individual. And that, you know, you've got some like Worf and Martok who truly do believe in, like, honorable warrior and all that. And then you got some who are happy to use that to build themselves up in the eyes of others, but are dirty fucking cowards when shit hits the fan.
Yeah, and Vulpes and Kulta isn't exactly a pound cake.
Yeah, and I feel that's I mean, I will say Grind stats are better than the average Mars militiaman. He's not weak, but he's also smart. You know, he understands that his job on the battlefield is to win battles, and heretical as it would be to say it out loud, sometimes that involves thinking cleverly with strategy, wisdom, one might say.
Yeah. Yeah, and terror is a very effective weapon. Saves you trouble. Don't worry, I won't have you lashed to the cross like the rest of these degenerates.
I'm back. Is Lydia back?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You okay, Lids?
Probably not.
Oh. Are you still going, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
His Rave's back.
Oh yeah. Raves, you back?
No.
Oh.
Also, TT, did you see my write-up yesterday?
You right up?
My pitch, as it were.
Was
20.
maybe? Was it a private message thing?
Yes, I DM'd you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't respond. Yes. I did read that.
Okay, because I was like,
There are definitely things we'd have to work out the kinks of.
yeah, that's how I was like. I just posted the rough flow of consciousness there, so I figured there would be things that change.
Mm-hmm. And like details we'd have to iron out.
Yeah.
Like which specific kingdom.
Yeah.
He apparently overthrew. But yeah.
I try to leave enough things vague to like fill in the gaps, but
Mm-hmm.
I see you two are conspiring.
What? All players do and should.
Lydia?
Mm-hmm.
What did... Well, wait for Raven. What did you take?
What?
What did you level up with?
One an elementalist and 2 more necromancer.
Okay.
Another level of Beyond the Realms of Death, and For Whom the Bell Tolls. And then I also got that new ice spell.
Yeah.
Because ghosts need a proper chill.
yeah, that's fair. I technically have an ice spells, but I flavor them as water. It was kind of fun that you got an ice spell after spending time inside Janus.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that was Lydia's turn, wasn't it? Weren't we waiting for Lydia? 'Cause she was the last one to take a turn.
yeah.
Because Raven said that he can't go to the next round anyway. So
Yeah.
let's get in.
Yeah, Lydia, your turn.
Okay, how many Father Muckers are left?
We got 5 more dudes.
So
and
there's
we
still
do-
5 standing.
Because they keep
And I think
refreshing.
they've all taken damage because we already suffered
Yeah.
them up with an avalanche.
I don't think any of them are in crisis yet. But yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
this Father Mucker, I'm going to drain bigger and funnel the results into Ollie again
Oh, hell yeah.
for hit points.
That hits.
So that would be
So-
10 hit points for Ollie.
10 hit points for Ollie.
Is that
Yes,
the
Father
whole
Mucker.
round?
Yeah,
Back comes the turn order.
because that one last guy's
Oh.
underground, so he can't go.
Uh,
Let's see, Ollie's at 155, so
173, I thought.
173.
Yeah, I thought you healed him.
Did, but then he took damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
and now Cassidy just healed him a little.
so slap him with another 45.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Plus
I
45.
think that gets him up to full.
Yes.
He
Or very
does!
close to it.
Yeah,
not-
that would be over to his maximum hit points.
No, it's just hitting his max.
Yeah, it's exactly up to full.
Yep.
I'm down to 30 MP.
All right. Well, let's change that. That hits,
Oh,
and he takes 20 damage.
it's 20. Alright.
You want to go next, Leica?
Yeah. Fuck you, Avalanche.
Hey. Oh,
I think
16. 20.
20 Earth.
yeah, 20 Earth to everyone.
Well, now they're.
I am back.
So if
Yeah,
someone
let's-
wants to give Ollie a MP potion,
I could do that.
Yeah, it's their turn first, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
What?
Sorry.
All they're in crisis. Dying
They're all
in
in
crisis.
crisis.
And that one fails to hit.
Yes! What does your crisis thing do, Lydia? You saping those things up.
Grave points?
Whenever an enemy I can see takes damage while in crisis, I get a grave point. And I have a maximum number that has been filled since like the first couple rounds.
You should use them.
Well, they have different effects.
Uh-huh.
One of them will prevent me from dying. And another is like I can get MP and hit points back, but the exchange rate isn't very high.
So nothing really applicable to right now.
Right.
Okay. So if Alex, Gore,
Yeah.
and Cassidy can go.
Yeah, I spent my inventory point to give Ollie more mana, so he's up to 60.
Okay.
So
It's
3
your turn
more
then.
avalanches.
More quakes!
Quick. TT.
Needs more Kotoba Pass Bell.
Is it
Your turn.
my turn?
Yes.
It is? Because didn't he just go and miss?
Hey.
I thought, yeah, I thought I
but
did
then,
just go.
but then.
Yeah, but
but
Alex
then
just
Alex
used an
healed MP.
MP
Oh,
point.
gotcha.
Okay, okay. Alright. What did Alex use their turn for? His turn
Elixir.
for?
Give Ollie MP.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
know that? Okay, good. Alright. That hits. He takes 17 damage.
17. Alrighty.
Gore?
Guess I'm avalanching. That was
Here comes another Mediterranean earthquake.
strength and dex.
The people behind the walls of Minervans will be terrified. It's like, what's happening? There's so many earthquakes.
I think they're watching this and being like, what the fuck is going on? Because there's soldiers on the wall.
Okay.
It's,
This is
yeah, that,
this is one of the cities of a war god. It's not defenseless.
That's
Damn,
Yeah,
man.
why aren't any of them taking pot shots at the Mars Militia?
they're probably
Because I'm already having like 2 fucking NPCs age you right now, and I don't want to completely steal your thunder.
Alright,
Oh.
20 earth to everyone.
Oh.
yeah, that's 20
20
earth
Earth,
damage.
goddamn.
It's also since these guys are using fucking ballistas, they're probably out of bow range.
Yeah.
I think that might be it for this group.
Yeah, nice.
So new round.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Alright, fall in line, we'll get you all killed in a fashion.
Stop the turn order.
Turn over.
How's Ollie's health looking?
163.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. So someone else
You
go.
should probably either recharge your MP or his MP.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Pop an inventory and get your mana back.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm gonna do with my turn.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna bury somebody.
Exactly.
Elixir, okay, 50 points. Awesome. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that yet because I won't be able to get all that benefit. So. Because
so if it's back up to turn order and one of us hasn't taken a turn yet, TT, like say Cassidy or Gore, what do we do?
I mean, you can go.
You take a turn this round.
Oh no, we don't get any extra turns because we killed them all
No.
before everyone's turn.
It's just a reset.
Think of
Yeah.
it like a video game. You're fighting wave after wave of enemies. Each time you defeat a wave, you get the victory jingle, and then a new wave, then a new battle starts, and the new wave.
Yeah. So, what do you guys go first?
I think Gore wants to hole someone.
Exactly. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
Hold that bitch.
Alright.
That's one less person who's hitting Ollie.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter because none of them have gone yet, so TT, pick whoever's pissed you off the most. Pull him.
The one at the bottom, so I just remember that I skipped that guy's turn when I get to the end of the 4.
No problem.
You know what? You know how this round's gonna go? Lead for Mars.
Which one?
Top one for now.
Alright, everyone start giving MP to Ollie and you start using Avalanche. Just start.
Yeah.
He needs to strut his stuff down the walkway and bury it.
God, there's so many people. We actually are good through a good chunk of them.
Yeah. It's
Once we
'cause-
found the optimal strat.
Pretty much.
So far,
somebody-
we have killed 15 super soldiers.
We've killed as many Mars militia as 80 of the Kingsmen have.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
fucking hilarious.
And so who wants to go now?
I suppose I'll go then. He
Love you,
is
Lydia.
fine, so I'll give him another earthquake. So that's. And what is his bonus to earthquake?
D12, D8.
Okay, right. Wrong one. 12,
Right. Plus 4.
8, plus 4, that'd be 18.
Oh, this one's gonna hurt.
By the way, all of you should have one more Fabula point than you thought you did.
Yeah.
Oh, we do?
Oh, we
Yes.
met a villain.
Yeah,
Oh.
Matt, Vulpes and Colta.
Okay, so I have 5
That-
Fabula points.
Excellent.
So are we gonna do what I always do whenever I play New Vegas and kill him in the same scene we meet him?
That's what I
We're
do.
going
I
to
take my
try.
fucking grenade launcher from the courier's stash and just
Yeah.
blow him apart with him and his army.
That's what I did. I got fucked up real bad, but I just fucking blew them all up. Your turn, DT.
Yeah, I
We'll
blew
do
them up
something else.
after I terrifying presence them.
Misses?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I'm
sorry. Sorry. Bleed from Mars. That's what he's doing.
Oh. Well,
Number two. Number
he
2 is
missed the
bleeding from
roll.
Mars.
It's fine.
Sorry, I was briefly sidetracked by trying to remember how a specific thing works.
Me, Cassidy, and Leica. We haven't gone.
Second, I think I've already went though. I used an
Did you?
avalanche.
Oh, okay. You and me, Lydia.
No wait,
You don't think
no
they-
Alex and Gore did. I haven't. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I thought.
Sorry.
You have a bunch of inventory points, like,
You're right. I do. I have like 8.
feed him.
All right. Does he need MP?
Yeah, he's at 20 right now.
What's more optimal? Do I use 20 MP to earthquake and do damage, or do I feed him to get him up to 70?
Either or, because on me or Lydia's turn, we can heal MP.
This is true.
Suggest getting his MP up, so that next round, when 4 of these guys are bleeding from Mars and have their defenses lowered, you can earthquake them as much as possible while their defense is lowered to make sure that you can.
All right.
Yeah.
Like is
Good point.
all right. Like is gonna throw what burn some of her ridiculous inventory points on.
He's back up to almost full.
Alright, Lydia, you or me? Oh, wait, no, sorry. Melissa
Bleed
first.
from Mars.
Bleed from Mars.
I know what they're doing. Alright, Lydia,
Uh,
do you have a plan, or do you want to just make them out?
I do not. I was just gonna avalanche. So
That's fair. Avalanche.
He who avalanche.
Avalanche cuddles.
Let Immensali strut.
D12 plus and a D8. Let's.
okay.
Excuse me. And a D8. Oh! 11. No. 15.
That's
GG.
it.
Sorry. What's the question?
15.
15.
Yeah, that hits.
That'd
So,
be
18
8,
damage?
18 earth.
All right. Goody gumdrops. Bleed from Mars.
Avalanche. 'Cause I don't need to heal him right now. 9,
13.
13.
16
Yeah, that
damage.
hits their magic defense.
Yeah,
16
16
earth.
damage.
Damn. Okay, I think they are in crisis.
Start of the next turn. The guy's underground.
Yeah. Start of the next turn. You guys go first.
How bad are they all they looking?
They're in crisis.
They have all just reached crisis. They're a little bit lower than half HP.
Alright, if Gore holds someone again, the second person up will take a turn, so...
No reason to, because he's probably not surviving the next couple turns.
Yeah, I would just
Nuke 'em,
destroy
Rico.
them. Ugh.
Alright, 12.
Well, fabulous point.
they lowered their magic, so...
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Yeah, 12 is fine. So yeah,
So
then that
17
hits.
earth.
Damn, nice. On the plus side, one of them finally gets to attack while bleeding from Mars. Okay. That's 2d12s. That hits.
Woo.
The high roll is 11, plus 10, that's 21. Plus 15 fire damage, rounded down to 7, so 7 plus 21 is 28 damage to Ollie.
Fuck.
Ouch. It's a good thing he's resistant to fire, else that would be so much worse.
Yeah. Oh god, do I heal or do we try and does someone try and take him out?
They don't
So,
drop.
we take them out, they're almost
I
dead.
don't think they
One
have
more
a turn
avalanche
left
to do
in them.
Alright, so TT having gone, I will spend another inventory point to give Ollie 50 mana points, bringing it back to TT.
Nice. That hits. So that's going to be 6 plus 10, 16 plus 7 is 23 damage.
Jesus.
Like it's gonna avalanche.
Yeah. Whoa!
Max damage.
20!
On the earth.
It's technically not max damage. Max damage should be 22.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh my god!
I think this will be the last wave.
Nope, we'll last before the boss.
This is Volpez and Colta. I think he'll cut and run.
I'm going to heal Ollie.
Good idea.
How much are you giving him?
45, so he has 157.
What the?
They figured out their strat too. Bleed from Mars.
Oh, fuck.
I'm honestly fine with that.
Starting with the top.
What was that health, Nora?
45, he's at 157.
It's our turn again. Does anyone mind if I go next?
Go.
Go for it.
Go.
Alright, someone who hasn't gone yet.
Oh,
Oh no, I am re-rolling
Ollie!
Oh, yeah.
Ollie, no!
I am re-rolling one of those, because...
You can reroll both of them. No, you don't have to just reroll one dice.
Oh. Then I will do that, please. Much better. Fucker who hasn't gone yet, in the hole.
There we go. Bleed from Mars, number 2.
Alright, then, like
Oh.
his second.
That is also a fabulous point burned, so... XP.
2 fabulous points burned.
only one.
You rolled both scrolls, didn't you?
No, TT said you don't need to use both for
Yeah.
both dice.
Oh!
Yeah.
You can choose to reroll one or both dice.
It's just...
But you have to take what you get regardless.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a 22 damage.
That's max damage.
very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, that's good.
These guys
Bleed
have-
from Mars. This one.
Let's see if my count's right. They have around 50 health. Might be 60.
Alex, Cassidy,
60.
like a.
Sweet.
So 3 avalanches is usually enough to.
Yeah, Lydia, do you want avalanche?
Yes, I do.
D8. Let's go.
What?
D12 and a D8. Let's go. 4. 6. Well, that's a 10.
Is it against magic defense?
Yeah.
Yes.
That hits.
Still gets 3 of them.
That's 14 damage.
Crisis now.
Their turn. Blood from Mars.
Blood.
Blood for the blood god!
Essentially, yes.
Like on Alex.
I'm gonna just. Oh, I guess it's just me then. Well, second verse, same as the first. Spending another inventory point to give him more mana. And I've fed him enough mana points at the now that I'm wondering, what does this shit taste like?
I think it's got like that sort of lemon lime plus ginseng taste of Monster Energy drink, but without the horrible piss taste.
I'll tell you what, all these probably
He's full of
vibrating.
monster.
It's probably vibrating by this point.
Like, one thing, one weird thing about me is that on the rare occasions where I've had to take a Monster Energy drink to get through a day, which thankfully is not that often in my life, but it has been often enough to note this. When it's on a summer day, I like to leave the can in the car after it gets me to wherever the hell I need to be that early, because then the heat plus the monster fills my car with this very nice lemon lime ginseng smell. And it's like, if it just tasted like that, Monster would be bearable, but they have to put all these chemicals in it to give you the energy drink effect that make it taste like piss.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, energy drinks need a lot of sodium. So it's the sodium you're tasting which is making you think piss.
Well, I think it's also the taurine.
Probably that too.
That's the main ingredient that makes most energy drinks have their kick. That's why they call the one Red Bull.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Along with a
Nice.
shitload of caffeine, of course.
Yeah.
I learned
Whose
something
turn
new.
is it?
I think one of you still gets to go because whole guy's in the
Micah?
hole.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It went. See my
Oh, you-
roll?
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
we're to the next round then, because whole guy's the last.
Oh, if we're in the next round, I need to take one guy away. All right. Yeah, next round.
How's it looking like?
157.
It's not bad.
Alright.
It's not bad.
He's got he's got 2 more quakes in him.
These guys can out damage your healing in Blood from Mars. Yeah.
Alright, 19. 19 damage to everyone.
Okay. They are really ragged. That hits.
No.
So 7 is 21 damage.
Alright. Someone take him out.
Someone cap him off.
I'll burn 2 inventory points to up all these mana.
No, we need,
We have one more
Avalanche.
quake
Oh,
left in
there's
us.
one left? Okay, never mind. Then I'll
Yeah.
just quake them. There's no reason not to.
Delicious.
Oh my god. That was... Holy shit.
So you, as the last avalanche splatters this wave of Mars militiamen into the ground, Tribune Grine does the mental math, turns to his second in command, Centurion, and says, "What did Mars do in the 10-year war when Athena slammed the spear through his chest? Retreat! Spending an Ultima point to get himself and his closest out of dodge.
Oh.
The 6 Mars militiamen over by the mysterious stranger try to retreat, only for the stranger to do one very long, swinging, circular slash of his blade and decapitate all 6,
Jesus
one
Christ.
after another.
I can't believe they all provoked an attack of opportunity.
We also gained XP from him using Ultimate Point.
Yep.
Sweet.
God, we have 11 XP.
We have 13.
13?
Congrats, gang. You stopped the siege of Minervans.
Yes! And
Awesome.
then, once that's done, Janice jumps off of Ali and runs towards the gate. Is there a gate?
So, yes. Did I move us all to the map? Yes. Okay, good. Hey, no, I don't need any of you. Get out of here. I'll delete it. Alright. So right now, you guys are roughly here. The nearest gate is up over here. And that is where the soldiers on the wall motioned for you to go.
Which one?
Right up here.
Top left.
Okay.
So you find the city of Minervans. As you can see from the map, it's not in the best shape. You can kind of see that at least a third, if not slightly more, of the city has been destroyed.
Oh.
The ruins now lying on barren, blackened, scorched earth. But the city of the War Goddess has held its own. As you all approach the gate, the mysterious stranger sidles up behind you. The guards stop you at the entrance like, the beast has to stay outside.
Fair.
That's okay. I don't think he would fit anyways.
You just tell Ollie to go have a nap after his meal.
Yeah, keep an eye on it. The stranger says.
What did he say?
You gonna keep an eye on it? The stranger says to the guards. Killed a lot of those bastards outside your gates. Seems it's the least you can do. And they look to you guys who are riding on it. Is there a way we should go about watching over it?
I think he's just gonna. Well,
Ali. These people here are going to keep an eye on you. We're going to go inside. It's too small for you. You can sleep here.
He looks a little disconcerted by that, but he accepts.
I'm gonna go up to Ollie, give him a big scratch on the chin, wipe away some of the mana juice that's probably on his lips. It's like, don't worry, big fella. I'll make sure to get a nice treat for you when I'm in there.
also I imagine he's probably just gonna scavenge what's left of the Mars militia that's on the ground.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
As well as
Ali,
any other ingestible matter in the ruins.
you can eat them, but please don't eat anyone not with that
Orange.
armor.
If it's spiky, it's good to go.
Yeah, don't eat the corpses of the Minervans if you can help it.
As you all and the stranger are ushered through the gates, the soldier's like, we're going to need to keep you in quarantine for a second till we're sure you don't have the plague,
Oh, of course.
and are safe to go into the rest of the city. But
sir.
there are rooms available at the Bubo's Perch Inn.
Sir,
Yes?
I am a healer. I know, I understand your hesitance, but I can assure you that none of us have the plague. Well,
Wonderful. We will make certain that you do not have the plague while you stay at the Bubo's Perch Inn.
yeah, I understand.
Gonna shake the board. Maybe we should put away the plague ghost.
Jesus, I mean,
The what?
I mean,
Nothing.
Hey, Cassidy is one of us.
Yeah, but also, these people are really on edge.
Yeah, okay, but like, the Cassidy helped save them, so.
The six of you are escorted to the Bubo's Perch Inn. What did I not name it?
Just you. I
Well,
know
look
what
who
Bubos
it
means.
is.
I know what Bubos means, TT.
Yes.
Also, Bubo
Yeah. So that's what I said.
from Clash of Titans.
Oh,
Oh.
God, you know what I just realized?
Yeah.
Bubo's Perch. The Alpha Perch.
Yeah. I got the reference, but this just occurred to me. It's like, oh God, the ancient Greek version would be my little Bubo instead of
you
Blorbo.
see, a bubo is what the bubonic plague was named after, because there was these awful, awful sores that would form on people who got the plague.
Mm.
They're called bubos.
It works on several levels.
Yeah. Cassidy, do you retreat? Because you don't have to.
No.
Good.
Bubo from my shows.
Maybe,
So you find yourselves in an inn, as from the few strangers who have made it inside Minervans recently. The mysterious Black Knight immediately goes to the bar and orders a drink. You also notice a familiar face. Belladonna Shepherd is here somehow.
Oh my god!
I'll go and greet her first. Bella!
Hey! And she immediately hugs you, which is a little weird because you can feel like underneath the straw-filled woolen clothes that she is a crudely crafted marionette of metal joints and stick body parts.
Nonetheless, I appreciate the gesture.
It's like being hugged by an easel.
Glad to see you're in one piece.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's good to be back at work.
How
Did you
get
come-
in here?
Yeah.
Oh well, I am very sneaky when I want to be.
Oh, so
And then-
you
and
did
then
enter
to
the city during the siege?
Then to demonstrate, she lifts up her big. I imagine like all of her movements are like these very big herky-jerky, like right angle movements of the limbs, like fucking like Minecraft walking essentially. And she then demonstrates like her big like high kicking walk that is nonetheless incredibly silent, cushioned by the straw that makes up her feet.
Huh.
So wait, is she just crouching like in Minecraft?
Skyrim.
Jesus,
She's
so
Skyrim
she-
But she
built into the
moves
city.
really fast and really quiet. Because she's lightweight and her feet are made of fucking straw. She also doesn't leave footprints.
Amazing.
All I can imagine now is two guards seeing her like running in the distance Monty Python skit.
And since we are in a city, I can play the fun music.
Cassidy,
Hmm?
that was some new magic I saw you use.
I guess so.
Are you doing alright?
No, I'm dead.
smooth.
I'm sorry. That was a terrible question to ask. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's been really good. Let's see. I hit Epitome first, going out of Junotonia. It is Draconian, I think is the word. I mean, it's a splendorous city, like just all sorts of shops and amazing things on display, and it's a bit depopulated like everywhere else, but like they're hiding it really well. But God, there are soldiers everywhere in the streets nowadays. But then I went to Cisterio. They're not doing so hot. Mars Militia kind of killed their mayor and has taken over the whole town. And getting out of there was really kind of a pain in the ass. But plus side, they're making a lot of food. They're not getting to keep a lot of it because it's being sent up to Marteres. But they're producing. Then I stopped over at Neptunia. They're doing pretty hot. They actually have a bunch of visitors, like fish people, just sort of walking the streets nowadays. I guess some undersea kingdom is trying to make an alliance or something.
That's not a bad idea. Given times.
To see you guys. You guys had some letters for this area, right?
I think so.
Well, as soon as I get through this quarantine thing, I'll deliver them. Not sure why they're having me quarantined since physically I can't catch the plague, but I'm sure there's a reason.
So,
There.
the plague did infect magically inclined entities, so there's a possibility.
But it does not affect homunculi.
It needs blood or some kind of analogous medium, which we lack.
It's affected all like traditionally organic things. Like if you're a plant monster, it affects you. If you're a dragon, it affects you. You know, all of that. But homunculi don't have cells to attack and infect.
Okay. Strike that then. I would know that being a doctor.
And also, you would have learned that previously, because that's why a lot of shops had homunculi running things.
Wait, Spella, you've already been to like 3 towns?
Yep. I'm a very good courier.
I hope
it's
you
not
never
that-
get shot in the head by Chandler.
It wasn't that long ago that we last met you. You've been busy.
Yep. I am a very good courier.
Yes, you are.
They're quarantining you because they're worried you might be working for those bastards outside, says the knight at the bar as he takes a drink.
I mean, we just understand the paranoia, but we did just murder half an army.
And you managed to deal with the other half. That was really impressive, sir.
Thank you. He gives you a nod.
What's your name?
Virgil.
Well.
Virgil?
Pleased to meet you, Sir Virgil.
I am not a sir.
You look like a knight, though.
He taps the armor. What color is this?
Black.
You're Black Knight.
Means I don't bow to any lord or lady.
Meanwhile, like I said, God, he's so fucking cool.
I've sworn no fealty.
What
Well.
kind of Black Knight are you?
The kind that's got a job to do.
What do you... I'm a native here. If that makes you feel any more comfortable. What's your job in here?
In Minervans,
Yeah.
looking for a bandit named Red.
I don't get it.
In the town of Agua Fria.
Rode a stranger one fine day with a big iron on his hip.
Oh my god!
Well, you may not be a sir in the nobility sense, if that's the case, but you are deserving of respect.
Thank you. You lot are deserving of respect as well. Taming one of those beasts can't have been easy.
Well,
And you took out a good number of those bastards outside, so he tips his hat to you.
Tip my hat to you. One legend to another.
I'm Janice.
Laika?
Did you get that name because you're two-faced? Sorry, bad joke.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, in a matter of speaking,
It's an interesting
Nice.
answer.
not in the way that not in the way that usually works, but
It's a real interesting answer.
yeah, I'm a real interesting
These are interesting times.
person.
Rest of the crew, what are your names? If you don't mind
Laika.
me asking.
I'm Laika.
Cassidy.
Gore.
Kid had never seen such a grizzled noble figure before.
Maybe.
And lastly, Alex will introduce himself. I'm Alex Alighieri.
Alighieri?
Yeah.
You from farming stock?
Yes.
Cassidy.
Knew a family of Alighieri's once upon a time.
Oh!
That could be mine.
And we haven't fully fleshed out your family tree yet, but he issues the names of two people who would have been your father's parents.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had a little tyke running around back when I saw him. How is your papa? I'm assuming.
Well,
You grow up big and strong.
yeah. One of the best. But, you know how it goes.
Plague.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, wait. You knew my father's father?
Yep.
Given the education by witches, would he know what a paragon is?
Oh, absolutely. Also, living in Mediterra, where significant members of royal families were paragons, and the heroes of antiquities were paragons, and your culture does not let you forget the heroes of antiquity, no matter how you try. You would be very intimately familiar with the concept of a paragon, even even being raised as a peasant here.
Mm. So yeah, he'll put two and two together. It's like, well, given what you said, given how that would make you rather old, but you're still really strong. So, guess you're a paragon.
Yeah, it's a fancy title for it, but yeah.
I mean, I saw you swing that sword. Not many men can cleave through 6 others in one stroke. It's a
Well, thank you.
formidable
It's nice to
strength
be
you have there.
recognized.
Cassidy.
Nice to be recognized.
Well, you're well traveled then. Cassidy, what was the name of the person you were looking for?
Prospero.
Prospero. You heard
Well,
that name?
one of his court.
He bristles at that. What do you know of Prince Prospero?
Looks to Cassidy.
What does the ghost of Prince Prospero's servant know?
Cassidy?
I imagine she's thinking.
Yeah.
Damn it, I should have played this when he entered, but I forgot to. I added the sting and everything.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Where's that bird? I hear it. And he just lifts up the cloak. What, this? And he keeps a little bird and on a cage on his hip.
That'd be really adorable. That'd be really cute. I'm tempted to make that canon.
Or it's like an imp. Or it's like an imp. It's a living.
Are you suggesting this mysterious stranger is carrying Danny DeVito on his hip?
Oh my god.
And Danny DeVito has a beautiful whistling voice.
Oh god, Danny DeVito was Phil in Hercules.
He was.
I think Lydia stepped away.
No, I'm just.
Little
Good
Larpy.
headspace right now.
ask because a while back before the plague started, good old Prince asked me to recover something for him. Some sort of, I don't know, big ass magic ruby.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that
Oh.
aligns with the jesters told us. Whoever escaped from the court had that.
I recovered the thing. Took me a couple of years. Brought it to him. By this point, the plague had started. He welcomed me into the castle. Took the ruby from me, then booted my ass in.
Oh.
Oh.
Shit.
That sounds
I don't like
exactly
when
like
people-
him.
I don't like when people welch on a bargain. Now I got this other feller asking me to recover the ruby from Prospero, but they say he hasn't opened his castle gates in several years. If you knew anything about the situation in there,
Well,
I'd be much obliged.
Alex is trying not to stare too hard at the ghost who cries blood.
Well, Cassidy, are you right, Shay? Cassidy,
What?
are you all right sharing? I can,
She shakes her head.
like, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Do you want me to tell him, or do you?
Yeah.
All right. She takes Cassidy's hand and pats it. In life, Cassidy was a servant of Prince Prospero. He let her die from the plague, while him and his people
Partied.
Yeah, that sounds like him. Sir? That means you know the grounds well?
She haunted the grounds.
Well,
I don't think that's where he is anymore.
I don't really care about Prospero himself, although I wouldn't mind chopping the bastard's head off. I really care about getting that stone. I've been offered a pretty hefty price for it, and I didn't get paid the first time, so it would be nice to finally get that payday. Went through a lot of
Well,
trouble for it.
From what we heard, someone from the
remember-
court fled with the stone.
A member of his court fled, and that's actually who Cassidy wants to find. It's likely that they also have the stone.
Has a
Well-
score to settle.
Tell you what, that's not my only job, but I've got priority on. I gotta find this red fella. He and I got business. But if you feel so inclined to try and find this fellow, we could meet up, make our way to the Castle of Otranto, see if we can find some clue as to where this bastard may have headed off to, and see if I can get that stone back and you can get some of that sweet revenge.
I'm going
Sound
to.
alright, Cassidy?
Yeah.
Oh. Not
I
really cares
assume-
who's watching at this point. Janice will wrap an arm around Cassidy's waist and then pull her closer.
I assume, sir, that your employer.
Which would be the most outward physical affection she's shown in front of everybody.
What you saying, Alex?
I take it then your employer is Ozymandias.
Yeah. Well, technically my employer's Folly the Fence, but he mentioned working for great and powerful Ozymandias, so...
Yeah, we're in the same boat then. And we're in the same boat as the Jester's Jape. And-
they work on this side of the continent nowadays?
Yeah, we ran into them just yesterday, actually.
Time I saw those idiots, it was, Russellvac?
Ruslovac, huh? Sounds like you travel pretty far.
Big wide world of ours. If you're gonna live long, you might as well see as much of it as you can.
That's fair. But yeah, it sounds like Ozymandias put out a lot of feelers for any stones he can get a hand on.
Oh god, what is my lifespan?
So I'm reckoning these ain't a normal ruby.
No. You know, the sort of magic stones that could change the fate of a nation.
Hmm.
If you catch my drift.
Makes sense if half of what I heard about Ozymandias' little pleasure palace is true.
Haven't been there yet yourself?
Nope. Stone is required for entry. Not that I much am curious to see it. I find that when some pompous, self-absorbed prick who calls himself the great and powerful and makes a whole city to himself is probably going to be full of a bunch of self-aggrandizing bullshit.
That sounds about right.
City of Emerald Towers. Are they actually made of emerald? If so, that's going to be gaudy as hell.
Yeah. And, I mean, these last few years, I'm reluctant to trust any person who steps forth and says, I know what's best for you.
Come from a farm. Simple living's really all a man needs.
I've stayed there forever. But things happen.
They do indeed. He finishes his bottle of whiskey and starts on another.
I hope they get back to us soon.
So how long
They're
are
gonna-
we going to be quarantined here, if anyone knows?
Not sure. I got here, I don't know, a few hours before you guys showed up. Probably gonna be the night. I imagine what they're gonna do is they're gonna consult an oracle and make sure that they can see any strings of fate attached to us that might lead to an ominous path if we stay. And if the all clear comes through, they'll let us explore the city and spend our hard-earned gold.
This town has an oracle.
Of course it does.
You're in Minervans, one of the spellcasting capitals of Mediterra. They got plenty of oracles.
That's fair.
Me and never mind.
Well, glad to meet you, Virgil.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Alex Alighieri. He stops and he scrutinizes you a second. You got any family in Russellback?
Why do you ask?
He pauses. Probably none of my business. I apologize.
Can I insight that?
Because, I mean, the last person who knew that wanted to kill me, so, you know...
Can I insight that, TT?
Yeah, you can do an insight.
Insight willpower?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
9.
It's very hard to read a person who's wearing a helmet. Or rather, a helm. It's a
Yeah.
complete face. He pauses, wraps his iron-knuckled gauntlet on the counter. Well, given that the last person who asked you that did try to kill you, I don't want to make assumptions, and to be quite frank, I don't want to know what perhaps others should not be privy to knowing.
Go to
For a
Reyes
while
and
back,
Niagara.
I was in Russellvac.
Right, you mentioned that.
There was a bounty for surviving noblemen. It was being held by this shady-looking fella, a high priest, a hierophant of some sort of court wizard. I couldn't quite make out it. He was... It was hard to be in his presence. But he said there was this family that needed to be cut down. You know, a coup was going on. And one surviving member of the family remained, which he needed to have killed. He's putting out a bounty for it. I was one of the men he called in to potentially take the job, but when I found out that the child was exactly that, not just an heir to this family, but a child, I refused. I mean, man's got to have some scruples. The thing is, I was shown a picture, one of the many portraits that the family got. And the kid that they're looking at for, younger than you, obviously. Same hair, same eyes, same nose. And I guess it got me wondering, is all.
Well, I've been disappointed before, but I sincerely hope that you don't drag me off in the middle of the night.
Like I said, a man's got to have some scruples.
Yeah, you know, I'm farmer stock.
Damn straight. Born and raised, Alligari. I know the Alligari family. Known them for a while. Don't think you've ever set foot in Russellback as far as I'm aware.
I can't say I've ever been there, that I can remember.
Damn straight. Makes no sense to think that you would.
I mean, it's a wide world. There's lots of people in it. There's bound to be, you know, copycats.
I've seen more than one person with white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Janice like reaches back to their ponytail, their
Like a-
super long ponytail, and like
Meanwhile-
lifts it up to show the white ends.
Meanwhile, Lyke is like, so have I.
And he looks at you and he sees the horns. And Leica's got some red scales, right?
Yeah.
You ever meet a man named Red?
Not that I know of.
Sure. Maybe they went by a longer name, Red and Rabid.
I hunt monsters for a trade. I'm sure if I run into one, I would let you know.
Fair enough. You're a Cambion, ain't you?
Yeah.
Do you know where the other side of your family tree comes from?
Both of my parents were Cambion.
Yeah, but who were their parents?
My mother never talked about her. I'm not my maternal grandparent. I was never told of, but on decent terms with my paternal grandmother.
She's Janice is watching like, oh yeah, come on.
Alright, I'll just the NPC real quick just to make sure everything's in line.
Yes, Janice is looking closely. Yes, tell me, backstory.
Oh, my Visago.
Worst demons you could have for a grandparent, I suppose. Don't know your mother?
No, she never talked about it.
Probably means she wasn't fond of them.
Which, outside of clowns, most Cambion, that seemed to be a trend.
Yeah.
Outside of clowns.
Would there be there are Cambions in like wizard schools, right?
But I mean,
Yeah.
there's some amongst the cast of
Oh
the
right,
extended cast of Wizard School Mysteries. I mean,
yeah.
Columbina Pagliacci is a clown.
Yeah. I remember back in my.
The one that you submitted was a vampire,
That's right. Yeah.
which is a type of Cambion. We've got a werewolf. We've got another vampire. We've got some that are just standard Cambions.
I remember back during my school days, I knew a Cambion. They.
Just one.
Well, no, but like I knew one personally. Like there was obviously others, but they were my friend. They,
Sorry, maybe not my place to ask, but like, why do normal people that aren't homunculi obsess so much about parentage? I mean, I'm made out of straw and wood, and like, I do a lot of stuff straw and wood doesn't do, so like, it's not like that defines me.
well, it doesn't necessarily define them, but if their parents shitty, they don't want to talk about their parents.
Well, Bella, I there's like two answers to that. The first answer is people obsess about it a little bit too much. The second answer is that it kind of helps people place each other and how they relate to each other and what kind of lessons they've, taken on their life experiences.
Huh. Okie dokie.
And if you're a Cambion, well, no matter what, your grandparent is or parentage is always going to be a reason
Contentious.
always a stark reminder of what lies ahead of you if you make some very bad decisions in life.
Yep. And the big fire below. We call it Tartarus in this part of the world.
I do believe.
Janice, under her mask, Janice does side eye.
Well, my pappy called it the Inferno.
Good enough name. He finishes another bottle of whiskey and starts on a third.
Jeez, that's a lot of whiskey.
Paragon. Probably takes a lot
Also-
to affect him.
Also a man with no name. Well, I mean, he's got a name, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I imagine it's like Captain America. It's like, you know what's the worst problem about the super soldier serum? It's so hard to get drunk. My metabolism just burns through it. Well.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what's your business in town?
I'm gonna jab a thumb towards Janice. Well, they're actually a native. We heard there was trouble over here, so we came to help.
Yeah.
As for the rest of us, we also had a job from Ozymandias to deliver something, and Minervans was one stop on the way. The Behemoth was an accidental pickup that we liberated from a no longer existing group of bandits who were around the Dreamwoods.
He's back
Taxman.
against the bar, and like even with his helmet on, you can see like you can feel it like in his body language, just a bit of both being amused and impressed by that statement.
What was your
stumbled
statement?
into it. Just stumbled into a behemoth.
Doubled. Oh, we just
Drink to that.
Yeah. His name is Ollie. He's a real sweetheart once you get to know him.
From down the bar, Gore corrects immense Oli.
Yes, the immense Ollie. Came up with that? You would know.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a creature out
Fine.
there that deserves a title, unlike most men.
It turns out he's a baby. That's why he's been
I don't-
following us.
I thought it wasn't fully grown because I can't claim to have seen a behemoth myself in my travels, but from legend I've heard that they can be as big as mountains.
Well, in that case, you may have seen a behemoth and just didn't know it.
Very true.
I mean, our Mensali is only the size of a small hill. But he's been eating well, especially yesterday, thanks to the Jester's Jape, who are... They're actually quite nice underneath the their work persona.
Yeah, I apologize for insulting their intelligence. They're goofy women.
Oh,
But
no.
they have been in the game quite long.
Oh, yeah, we
very-
learned about that, too. I'm just... Sounds like they've made a lot of bad choices, but I don't think they're bad people. I mean, recent times have been pretty desperate.
Yeah.
We make tough choices when we pick this line of work.
This is a rough time.
As I'm sure you're all well aware of, or soon to be.
I was a doctor. In the
Quentin?
plane.
The world needs more of those.
I mean, back in that battle, you were performing plenty of healing. I mean, you did heal Ollie's horn. Not a lot of doctors can claim that. And you did help heal all those Myrmeklians.
I did.
So I would say you have a few more feathers in your cap than you give yourself credit for.
Healing Ollie's horn is the single most impressive.
Wait a minute,
Does
feathers
that
in your
think I've ever-
cap. You're called Janice Crow.
What?
Sorry, I thought I was clever.
Healing Ollie's horn is the single greatest feat of magic I think I've ever performed, and I don't know
Well-
how I feel about that yet.
Well, a few years back, you probably thought you were never going to do something like that, so doing the...
Alright. At this point, you officially have an interlude scene. You may continue interacting with the two NPCs in the bar as you wish, or with each other. Summarize the day, plan about what you want to do in the city. If you want, I'm gonna let you see the big city map one more time. And just to give an idea of like what sort of a game plan for next session for which areas you'd like to visit.
Okay.
Alright, Lank is adding Virgil to admiration since he's so fucking cool!
sort of like life goals with this
Yeah.
guy for like.
Yeah.
Like you look at him, and you're like, I am sure he has the same internal monologue shit that I do. I just know it.
Oh, you got an imp possessed haunting you too? What?
Oh, wait, doesn't Guts have like a little fairy companion?
Yeah, he has Puck, but Puck is,
David Bowie, but, I mean, the joke earlier about keeping a little bird on his hip?
yeah, little fairy.
Just a little fairy. That's his conscience.
If I had a nickel for every gruff guy, every gruff angry man with a redemption arc who has a companion morality pet named Puck, I'd have 2 nickels.
See, we're in Boobo's Perch. There's the jeweler, apothecary, warrior academy, smithy, brewery. It seems that they hit a lot of the habitation district because these are mostly like services people offer.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course, and if you want to sow terror, you attack the people who are most vulnerable.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I imagine there's like a huge refugee little tents inside.
Yeah. A lot of them are probably staying in the Temple of Minerva.
Makes sense.
They probably also cleaned out a lot of the empty rooms in the university and the Warriors Academy. to make room for civilians. There are some civilians as well in these houses around the Bubo's Perch, but they are notably staying away from you guys. There's a reason you guys were ushered to the tavern first and foremost by soldiers.
So I imagine we're let out after a while.
You'll likely be let out in the morning.
Right.
And that'll be next session?
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, I kind of want to check out every place.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, Alex. Damn it.
Well, I mean,
noticed it too.
Junotonia was a peacock. Minervans is an owl.
God damn it, DT.
Never noticed the peacock.
Yeah, oh my god.
But if you haven't already, I demand next session we meet the superb owl.
There is at least one magical owl that you will be meeting and when you explore Minervans proper.
Good.
Yes, the superb owl.
I mean, well, it makes sense for an oracle.
Rotate your owl.
Is this Venus only gotten bigger? There we go.
No, that seems about that's its general size. After all, given Alex's lineage, he would know a thing about superb owls.
There we go. We'll keep him on the map so that we remember where Ollie is.
Yeah, do you remember where we parked Ollie? Yeah, you just jingle some, like, food. Oh, he's over there.
You do the cat thing of you ruffle a bag slightly, and it appears from somewhere.
Merp. Here's a can of wet food for him would just be a fucking Mars militia.
But, there.
Yep. I am willing to turn in for the night. I can't think of any other interactions.
Yeah, like I can't either. Outside of just like
Fangirling.
Well, yeah.
It's like, God, he's so cool.
I'm gonna make a bond with, can I make a bond with,
Virgil?
Virgil.
Like added admiration, so.
He's just so fucking cool! The Broly to your Vegeta.
Yeah, it's like, how many push-ups has he done?
How much juice has he drunk?
How much juice did he drink?
Considering the last 3 bottles of whiskey?
A lot.
What?
If he was a meme, it's just like it would. He was born with the 5 o'clock shadow. It's like I need hard liquor.
He just pops out of the womb, squinty eye, with a square chin, 5 o'clock shadow, and a cigarette already lit in his mouth.
Liquor.
We're working on our interlude scene potential exploitations. I do want to go to the world map a second and just look at things. We're in Minervans, and there's going to be more to do in here. We're not done at this town by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
We just got her.
But, looking at the map, there's either Bacchanalia or the Dionian Forest to go through. And then,
The city of Emerald Towers.
the City of Emerald Towers.
Oh, jeez.
I have a favor to do for that goblin back in the Dreamwood, so I'm going for the Dionian Forest.
That's what I thought, yeah.
And then once we get to the City of Emerald Towers, we'll meet Ozymandias and we'll finish Act 1 of this story. So, things to think about. What potentially might you need to prepare for meeting with Ozymandias, prepare if you're going through a larger and, by reputation, far nastier forest than the Dreamwoods. And what business do you need to wrap up here in Minervans? Character-wise.
Yeah, Janice.
What?
Yeah, Janice, do you have any business in this town?
No, none.
Okay,
A
cool.
reminder that Minervans, as the city dedicated to the goddess of wisdom and work, not only has a bunch of very highly trained soldiers, but is filled with scholars. Not just wizards, although it does have a good number of wizards, far more than most other parts of Mediterra. But just scholars and intellectuals and philosophers congregate here quite a bit. One of the reasons why it held out very well against the Mars Militia is that it had a lot of magic power backing it up. Like looking at the world map, technically the Mars Militia did open up this tail section of the city to attack, but they did manage to hastily erect a barricade of several walls and rubble to keep them from surging any farther when the rest of that chunk of the city had been taken. It is not point being, it's not a defenseless city, and it's a city where there is potentially a great deal to learn, and not just in regards to Janice's personal quest. If there are things any of you would like to find out about the world, to research, to look for, like say if maybe all of this gets you intrigued by what's going on with this Charmille family we hear about, or where might one research demons? These are all things to potentially discuss, and there are different things that could help you. And because this is a town that has a lot of wizards and scholars and museums, there's also the likelihood of finding some very rare magic artifacts and rare artisans who could help you enchant armor, enchant weapons, and do other cool stuff to potentially hash out and plan for to try and get while you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as we all know, once we reach, the prices are going to be jacked up to fucking hell. It's like, I control the economy here. If you're too poor, maybe you get out.
And specifically, there is a temple to Minerva, goddess of wisdom.
Absolutely going there.
And you just saw some of your enemies committing some absolutely horrifying heretical acts against her specifically. Might be good to do a little praying for a blessing, given that you did avenge her quite well.
Maybe we could talk to her about, I mean, we met Mars.
She comes out and is like, wait a minute, why are you working for... What?
Yeah, that'll be
You guys
interesting.
made this awkward!
It's like, I'm not given to emotional outbursts, but those was pretty brave words for someone in smiting distance.
It'll be interesting if she does show up to talk to her. That'll be really, really interesting, because, like...
Yeah, well,
wow.
Mars is big, emotional. Of course, he would show up. I imagine Minerva, who, Daddy Dearest, she is a little bit of a daddy's girl, told, don't interfere. So I expect she'll show up in the form of an owl or some shit. Owl phone.
Also, Daddy Dearest would also be a pretty PO dude, as they call it, the double tap of violating sacred hospitality.
Yeah, Jupiter's looking down at the militia. He's like, you pissed on my wife? You pissed on my daughter?
I don't think war counts as violating sacred hospitality, guys.
Militia wasn't welcomed with open arms, so they're not violating sacred hospitality in doing this. They're just being real fucking evil in a more generic way.
Yeah.
Now,
Burning something made by a goddess, though, if that was the tapestry that Athena made while dueling Arachne, that might get you in trouble.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're on the shit list of the Mars, and we tend to take down the militia anyway. Getting her help can't hurt.
No.
I mean, we already have their patron god against them anyway, so.
2 gods of war on our side.
Gore, sounded like you had something to say.
Nothing. I was just
Yeah.
sorry, making sounds because
Oh.
throat. Sorry.
It's okay.
Meanwhile, Nemesis is just slowly in the background.
Looming like Jaws.
Get to her once I get a design for her that I like.
There's a lot of divine justice and divine vengeance that needs to be meted out.
It'll probably be whenever we find the city of the Goddess of Crossroads, which is not marked on the map. I mean, it's there. It's not marked.
That's
So
fine.
yeah, I'm afraid you're going to say the town moves.
There are
It's
there
not
are-
of course it moves.
there are a lot of secrets on the map that I didn't mark, but I have on the version of the map that has everything fully revealed, which I have not
Excellent.
shown you all yet.
Excellent.
So
There's lots to explore. And the fact that when you said earlier about this is going to be Act 1, it's like, oh damn, this is going to be longer than No Small Feat.
mm-hmm.
Because No Small Feat didn't really have such structures. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
you move on to the next one, move on to the next one.
I mean, No Small Feat had 7 specific arcs. And
Yeah.
then, you know, a couple of, and then sort of the secret arc of the various side quests. This one, like, it's a bit more complicated. And games like Fallout New Vegas and like Dragon Age were kind of the template here, more than a tight fairy tale structure. And so
Makes
like
sense.
in the Fallout New Vegas style, and also in the Wizard of Oz style, once you get to the Emerald City or New Vegas, you meet the wizard and you're given the real task. And then shit opens up and gets a lot hairier.
Mm. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I mean, in this town, you've got your person made of straw, your tin man, your big, tender-hearted beast.
Mm-hmm.
You're ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we,
Is that what Ollie's role was, or was that not planned for?
I mean, I didn't know for certain that you guys wouldn't have fought and killed him when you first met him.
Oh no!
But
Get
I
up,
also
Ollie.
know you guys well enough to be like, I bet they'll try and befriend the giant monster that's being tortured by the bad guys into villainy.
It was a pretty good, like, 90-10 split.
There's a 10% chance. Gotta account for it, but still. So that's about everything in the session?
Yep, unless there's any character business we got left.
Alright, then I will stop recording then. Apologies.
Yeah,